Happy Sunday, everybody. I wanted to talk about something that I see a lot, or I hear a lot from you guys. One of the common challenges that people have when they're making their art is they get to a place where they can't get it any better, and you kind of get stuck in it. You know, it's weird how when you start something, you got this white canvas or it's all clean and you start putting marks on there. And when you're doing that, those marks are really great because the whole thing's white or the whole thing's black or whatever, and there's all this space. And you're adding these elements and there's a lot of contrast to it. So it's like, wow, you know, you put a brush stroke on a giant white square, it's gonna look pretty great. And then you add more and you add more. And then after a while, you know, it starts to, you know, you kind of are like, right, I'm not sure where this is going, or you kind of like it and you get stuck. And I just want to give you a little tip as to what I do, because this happens to me all the time. So I tend to just kind of go crazy, and I think I'm standing in front of this picture that I talked about. I worked on it. I think it was when I was doing a talk about painting at scale, moving your whole body. And I wasn't really thinking a lot, and I was just painting. And you know, normally I would have worked on this more, but this will work for right now. So when you get to the picture where, I mean, should I start over or what should I do? You know, it got to a certain point. It's like half baked. We're at like 40%, you know, and it's a drag because it's good enough to where you don't want to ruin it, but it's not good enough to, like, you know, probably no one's going to want it, or it just doesn't give you that energy. It's not great. So what you want to do, this might be helpful, and this is what I do, is I look at the picture for areas that I like, and I don't judge it. I just scan it for things that I like, areas that I like. What I love about this approach is that we don't need to know why. We will respond, you know, like everyone's going to have a different opinion. Now, so when I look at this, like, I really love this color combination. I like that color combination. I like this shape down here. I like this. I like this line, this thin line on top of this, how that's so loose and there's this line. And you can do that in every picture. Like if we come across here, like I really like this area of the picture right here. And I really like this area kind of the picture right up here. Now, then when you can isolate it and you're not looking at the whole thing, I mean, the rest of it sucks, but I do like this little part, then you want to start asking yourself, what is it about this and this and this and this that I like? Why is this better looking than this? You know, and it's like, that's where the learning. So suddenly it's not like, should I throw this picture away? It's like, you've got something to look at and you've got something to compare it to, and that's much easier. So in this one, if I'm trying to understand, it's like, I really love this mushy purple here, you know, and these really solid bold, and there's this open space here, and this is kind of, you know, and usually it's the differences, right? There's more acute differences between things. This is really mushy, and this is really high contrast, and there's this kind of beigey color here. So we have something colorful, and this is kind of mid-gray, and it's beigey, and this is really bold and dark, and this is really saturated and carved up. And then down here, I don't like this as much because this is kind of the same as this. Like, there's no mushy. Like, I want something subtle down here. This is really bold, and this is pretty bold, and this is pretty bold. So my answer is like, this has more of a variety, so maybe I need to do that down here. I'm getting answers, and that's how you can then take this sensitivity that you like, the part that you like, that becomes the gold standard, and you spread it out into the other areas of the picture. And it's not that you're starting over, you're transforming the picture based on what you're learning. And that's really cool because it takes the pressure off. You're learning as you go, and you're modifying things according to what just might happen to look pretty good. I mean, this mark over here, you know, this was just, I was doing a diagram, I think I was drawing on here, and I like this, so I'm going to do more of this in other pictures. I like this color combination. I love that yellow. I'm going to mix up that yellow and start putting it in some other places. So anyway, that's just kind of a fun way to be loose and not be paying that much attention. And then when you get to that 40%, it's kind of working, start breaking it down and trying to sleuth it and understand. And you can actually get really good at this. It's like, oh, that's right. I get it. Now I remember why is that working? What are the principles? Then I can apply that to the rest of the work. Anyway, I hope that helps. And please, share this vlog with a friend. Shoot, if you have a couple email, friends on email that would love this, please forward it to them. I'm trying to get more people to follow this, because I've got some really cool programs coming up, and I want to share that with more and more people. So that's kind of how people find out about me, is that if someone sends them like, oh, this might be helpful. If you think this could be helpful for someone please send it on. And I'd love to hear your comments. Have a great Sunday painting. Thanks a lot.